It's the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9, beginning at verse 1. And it reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. How is the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua visiting the earth that he made through these different, you know, tokens, these different signs, these different prophecies? It's the book of Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6, and it reads, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to called Loyim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Racha Kodesh Bakatham. I want to say double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone, who teach and do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Say shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad and the land of other nations appearing like the other nations, but whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. It's your brother Yahweh Sabbath at GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This lesson is in regards to, I was watching this guy, John Williams. I even took a clip from his channel, one of his videos, which I got queued up. And, he's an economist, forecaster, keeper of the house, because he's watching the economic times, and that's where Ecclesiastes chapter 12 goes into, the keepers of the house. And he brings out a lot of edifying information. And, I wasn't aware, they may mention of it here and there, but I don't really watch TV as far as news, get most of my news from, the sources that, I use to do videos or off the internet, or, what I see through my feed on, Yahoo or whatnot off the internet, basically. But, from what I hear, it's been a historic storm. It says historic storm sends debris through LA, Hollywood Hills, and leaves 1.1 million without power. And also, I believe they said in San Diego, the it was like the strongest storm it's been in like 150 years or something like that. So now this is Copyright Act 107, so I'm not making no money off of this. I'm using it to teach and prove a point through the scriptures. So I'm gonna play this part snippet of his video because he's gonna explain to you the Hollywood Hills. This is basically judgment because the Hollywood Hills is owned by majority of those wealthy Edomites and the celebrities and whatnot, and the Lord is wreaking havoc on that area.
Laurel Canyon. Laurel Canyon, if you don't know where this is just in between San Fernando Valley and West Hollywood. There's just one little road called Laurel Canyon. A lot of these homes in this area, $2-3 million. But if you go 2 miles, west, Leonardo DiCaprio's neighborhood, Bird Streets, you're looking $40-50 million for a nice house over there. So this area is getting absolutely destroyed. Then you have Santa Monica Mountains. You have Rustic Canyon. It's turning into a very interesting situation. So what they're saying now is 600,000 people are now impacted. 600,000. And before, this was just a couple hours ago, or 500,000 customers are without power in California as of Monday morning, mostly in the northern and central parts of the state, although Los Angeles is reporting 4,000 powerless homes and businesses. Catastrophic flooding to hit California as bad weather continues. Monster storm forecast worsens LAOC danger zones. Now, here's how this is all going to work out. Many people right now are jumping to the conclusion that, insurance is probably going to be going up a little bit, a little bit more. Insurance is really expensive. That's probably what many people are assuming. But that couldn't be further from the truth. That is going to happen. We are going to see insurance rates rise. But what they're proposing now is that
That's pretty much the point. Lord is jacking up that area. So it reads, historic storm sends debris. What? Wow, that's funny. It says historic storm sends debris through LA's Hollywood Hills and leaves 1.1 million without power. Says Los Angeles, a storm of historic proportions unleashed record levels of rain over part of Los Angeles on Monday, sending mud and boulders down hillsides dotted with multi-million-dollar homes, posing grave dangers for the city's large homeless population and knocking out power for more than 1 million people in California. The storm was the second one fueled by an atmospheric river to hit the state over the span of days. And I remember them speaking on this atmospheric river thing. About 1.4 million people in the Los Angeles area, including the Hollywood Hills and Beverly Hills, were under a flash flood warning Monday morning. Up to 9 inches of rain had already fallen in the area, with more unexpected according to the National Weather Service, which called the flash flooding and threats of mudslides a particularly dangerous situation. Already, crews were rescuing people from swift-moving waters in various parts of Southern California. Gushing rivers carried mud, rocks, and objects from people's multi-million-dollar homes, including coolers, ladders, and plastic crates in Studio City, an area named after a movie studio lot on the backside of the Hollywood Hills. Several homes were damaged, including one with a crumpled garage door from the debris slide. So I ain't gonna read all this. Point being, as it says, pretty much this storm has affected over 1.1 million people because of the power, and is damaging a lot of these, wealthy individuals' homes and whatnot. And then they're talking about they're changing the property, not property tax, but they're changing like how insurers have to deal with, flood instruction, flood insurance and whatnot. So, and it's ultimately judgment. So this is the book of what's that? Because ultimately the Lord is upset at um, these people, you know. Hold on, Job 37. Salakia. I'm going to start at verse 9, and it reads, Out of the south cometh the whirlwind, and cold out of the north. By the breath of the Most High frost is given, and the breath of the waters is straightened. Verse 11, Also by watering he weareth the thick cloud, he scattereth his bright cloud. Verse 12, And it is turned round about by his counsels, that they may do whatsoever he commandeth them upon the face of the world and the earth. Verse 13, He causeth it to come, whether for correction, for his land, or for mercy. So, scriptures talk about how, basically the Lord, like with Elijah, basically he was told, or he told, I forgot exactly who, pretty much the land, wasn't going to receive any rain. It was a drought. So that was to the detriment of the land, because all these things need water to flourish. The human body needs water to live. Just like the plants need to be watered, the fruit need to be watered to yield its increase, all that. So that's to the correction. But it also could be to the benefit or the correction. That's just the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The book of Psalms, chapter 148. And the point is verse 8. Fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy winds, fulfilling his word. Because the Most High is in control of all these things. It tells you in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, that all things obey his will, and now they're getting flash floods, which we know the Lord flooded the earth. This is the book of Genesis chapter 6. Salakia. This is Genesis 6 and verse 17. And behold, I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. So, this is an account where the Most High manipulated the elements and controlled the water, where he had it start off as a rain until it pretty much flooded to the point where he flooded the whole earth. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 19. Just something quick, because Because when I seen this, I was like, damn, the Lord really is bringing judgment. And, that's him visiting him. Visiting the earth by these different plagues. Verse 19, behold, a whirlwind of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. And like I said again, it's not coincidental that, Hollywood Hills and Beverly Hills is being judged right now. They was just talking about recently, because of all the homelessness and the crime that's running rampant in California, that Beverly Hills is pretty much no longer Beverly Hills. Look at San Francisco. San Francisco was considered, you had to have some money to live out that way. Now, because of the fact that the homelessness and the heroin epidemic, crime is surged. It's not the Golden State anymore. That's considered the Golden State. What's that? Isaiah, I think, the Golden City cease. Verse 20, the anger of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days, he shall consider it perfectly. I'm going to read it in the NLT. Jeremiah 23 and verse 20, the anger of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will not diminish until it has finished all he has planned. In the days to come, you will understand all this very clearly. And right now, these people don't understand what's going on. But the closer we get to the end and to the return of our Lord and Savior, our big brother, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah Mashiach, it tells you in the book of Revelations that all eyes shall see him. We out on the highways and hedges proclaiming the downfall of this place, but these people don't want to adhere or listen to it. But, it says you in the scriptures that all knees shall bow. It's the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 3. And it reads, I'm going to start at verse 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. Nahum, chapter 1, verse 1, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the visions of Nahum, the Elshite. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is jealous, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua revengeth. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua revengeth and is furious. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. Verse 3, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Verse 4, he rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. So the point is, like, the Most High controls, it's funny because I remember the elder Yashawamba making mention of how you had the Red Sea drying up, which is prophesied to take place. And like I said, it said, he rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry. That's the spirit. So it's the Most High controlling the weathers, like the seasons and all that. He's sovereign over the weather because he created it. So back in 2nd Ezra-ish, I'm going to start at verse 9 again. Then shall thou understand it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Scriptures talk about he declared the end from the beginning. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And when you go on that word manifest, it means to suddenly appear. So it's being seen. And, the Lord is, the scriptures talk about in the book of Psalms 119 about it's time for the Most High to work. Well, the Most High is working right now, sending these different plagues and prophecies, making them manifest. And pretty much, the Lord's preparing this time for the time of Jacob's trouble. There's going to be so many things going on. I just did a video about, the animals becoming more violent and attacking people. You're going to have, strange weather. You're going to have violence all throughout the earth. And the only thing that's going to serve you from that is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Psalms chapter 91. Though 1,000 fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, none shall come by thee, roughly paraphrase. Verse 7. Even so, the times also of the highest have planned beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Salakia. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And that's your elect. So your elect, is going to be preserved from all the perils that Yahweh Shem sends towards these people that he's about to judge. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of your power, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. With that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Elohim, like Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachak. I want to say double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone who teach and do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning. Lord, willingly this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations. Subscribe to this truth to you. I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson. Shalom, shalom, and Kwam Yasharallah.